Hi, so in this week's video, I want to highlight a kind of a potential issue with the Peloton Tread, the new Peloton Tread. So I don't know how many treads Peloton have sold in the UK. I think it launched here first. But a couple of people in the community have identified that the screws are coming loose that hold their screen on. And I've seen at least two people's pictures like these where the screen has actually come off mid-run. So mid-run, the whole tablet has lurched forward and landed on them or the belt. And I kind of think it's potentially a bit of an issue. So I'm going to show you how it happened, why it happened, and also I haven't checked my screen, my tablet, but I'm going to check it and see if I'm affected too. And I'll also show you what I plan to do or what I'm going to do to kind of hopefully stop this happening to me. Now, I did think when I saw the initial incident of this happening, I thought it's probably just a one-off. But one thing I have noticed is as we've done more runs on this, we're up to about 50 runs now, there's always been a little bit of play here. So I think this is kind of designed to be a bit like a plane's wing, where you need the movement actually to stop it snapping off. So if a plane's wing didn't move at all, there's a chance it might just snap off. But what I have noticed while running and at certain speeds, it just seems to be almost too much play. I don't think it was like this when it first arrived. So to check it out, you're going to need this. This is your Peloton clutch bag. So this comes with the Tread, and in here you'll find your Allen keys or your hex keys, depending on where you are in the world, and you're going to need the smallest one for this. So the first job is to power off your Tread and make sure it's fully shut down. Once it is, I'm just going to make the double precaution of turning it off and unplugging it. So next we're at the back here, and that you can probably see that there's no obvious way that attaches, but I'll show you where the screw holes are. But I am going to just unplug this as well. Now this is the first time I've checked mine, so I'm just going to tilt the screen back. So it will feel like it doesn't tilt back, but it does. Just be gentle, and it actually comes back further than you think. With the screen fully tilted forward, if I can get underneath there, you can just see, hopefully, that there's two hex keys. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one, and this one that feels really good, that one. I think that one's in. Now I can see the other one already. It looks like it's sticking out a bit, so let's try this one. Oh wow, so this one is loose. If I show you this screw, I mean, this screw was loose, so it was about 1/3 out. So I think I was a long way off the screen falling off. But the fact that half the screws holding the screen on, the tablet on, were coming out is a little bit concerning. And as you can see, it's quite a small screw. So that's not dirt, by the way, that's just grease from the screw. So yeah, I think I need to do something. So I'm going to use an old school, simple technique, Loctite. Now it does say here, stops bolts, screws and nuts from vibrating loose. I'm going to just put some Loctite on the screw it back in, set a reminder on my phone for a week's time, but I'm fairly confident this will resolve the issue. Now I have seen people put a washer on here as well, but I don't want to do anything that might affect my warranty. So I'm just going to use Loctite alone, and hopefully that does the job. So this has got plenty of Loctite on it. Let's make sure that goes in straight. This feels like this is actually very easy to cross thread as well. So that's in. I'm just going to give it a bit more leverage. And it's important to remember that only do one at a time, because these are actually holding your screen on, so you don't want them both off at the same time. So that's both of these done now. So that was really easy to do. Wow. I hope the difference is obvious, because it certainly feels a lot more sturdy than earlier. Hopefully the video picked that up. I'm going to have a run now, and then we'll see how it is at the end of the run. Right, what were we talking about? The screen, hang on. I really love this treadmill. I think it's important to say that. Right, so this held up beautifully, it was fantastic. It felt exactly like it did when the tread first arrived. And because it had got wobbly and wobblier in tiny increments, that meant that I don't think we really noticed until it got to the point where one of the screws was a third to a half out. So please test your treadmills, check your treadmill, and let me know in the comments how you've got on, because I'm really keen to know whether this is just kind of like a real small problem, or it's 10% of owners, 20% of owners. I really didn't think it would happen to me after seeing the other people whose screen had fallen off. If you're enjoying this video as well, please hit the like button. Let me know how you've got on. I'm a wreck. See you next time.